Hi, it's Caitlin. I am a sweaty mess and once again rushing to get a video out to you. This is a incredible new collection from Phoenix Indie Polish. I love this brand. I love everything that Kelly creates. She is very, very talented. These are available now as a pre-order from what I can tell from pretty much all the places that usually carry Phoenix. So I will include those down in the description. And the collection is called X, and let me know in the comments if you know what the inspiration is or the through line between this collection, because I'm not sure. But these polishes are stunning, and there's like 18 of them. It's a huge collection, and I had several moments where I was gasping because there's so many beautiful polishes, a lot of really unique stuff that I haven't seen before. And I should stop talking and just show you the nail polish. All right, buckle up, strap in. We've got 18 polishes in this collection, and I'm gonna go in no particular order, but it is technically the order I swatched the polishes in. So first up is Psionic Blade. This one's a gray base with purple to pink to red Aurora shimmer. Now this one has really good coverage on the first coat, but it is best in 2, and I think most people will be happy with it in 2. These formulas are fantastic. They are just packing a punch with the shimmer and the shifts, as you're going to see. I love collections like this. There's something for everyone, and everything is guaranteed just to be phenomenal. I am topping off my swatches with top coat, and I do recommend it just because this polish does dry a little bit on the dull side. Second polish, we have Magnetic Manipulation, and this one is something special, I gotta tell you. And yeah, it's absolutely mind-blowing. This description is a green tinted base with golden to green Aurora shimmer microflakes, which I am completely obsessed with. This has just the prettiest finish I've really seen in a long time. It's so special combined with the formula. It has an amazing formula. You could leave it in 2 coats. You could wear it as a topper. You could do a jelly sandwich with it. You can, sky's the limit with this one. You could probably layer it over a black and get a wild finish. But of course I like this built up on its own. It will dry a little bit dull, as you can see, but this is just the glowiest polish, and I can't wait for you to see it in the next little shot. But even here in direct lighting, you can just tell how stunning it is. Here we have Omega Telepathy, and this one is a soft coral with a burning pink shimmer. So to me, this looks just more like a baby pink with a really bright pink shimmer, but it's beautiful, and what you're seeing is accurate to what I got in my bottle and put on my nails. It's so pretty. It's really just cute and pink. So if you like pinks, then this one's not going to disappoint. It also has a pretty glow to it, and it also has a really nice sort of crelly formulation to it. This you could probably leave in 2 coats, but I'm going to show 3. I don't really think I needed 3, but it doesn't always hurt to do a 3rd coat. And yeah, this one's just really pretty with the base color and the shimmer. It all just creates an overall intensely pink, glowy finish. And it does dry a little dull, so do use a good glossy top coat. Moving along, we have Acceleration, and this is a really interesting color. It's described as a soft green with red to golden to olive aurora shimmer. I was kind of thinking it was more of like a yellowy shade, but it is definitely green. There is a lot of shimmer, which kind of gives it a yellowiness to it, but again, it has a really good formula. This one, I was impressed with it in 2 coats. I think most people would be good with it in 2. It does self-level, dries down nicely, but does dry down a little bit dull. Again, this is another intensely glowy polish, as you can probably already see. Super pretty, very much lit from within, and just like classic gorgeous Phoenix indie polish. So here we have Intangibility, which is a soft blue tinted base with a blue to purple aurora shimmer. This one is just super pretty, such a pretty little baby blue. Who doesn't love that? And it also has a really strong glow to it, which I'm going to show off, of course. But I was pleasantly surprised by the glow on this one and just really like the color. I'm kind of having a moment with these kind of chromy sci-fi shades. I am finally embracing painting my toes, which like I never did, but it's kind of been upsetting me that I've just been swatching so much on my fingers that I literally never wear my nail polish collection. So I decided that I'm just going to start painting my toes, and I have some really glowy neon chromes on there, and now I'm looking at Intangibility. I think it would be perfect for a pedicure. So this one builds up beautifully in 3 coats. Again, top coat just helps bring out the shine, make it look super sparkly, and you're going to see here what I mean about the glow. It's just like really pretty and kind of chromy. I don't know, it's beautiful, just like everything else in this collection. Here we have Plasm Blast, which, ooh, I love this polish. You could probably tell from the bottle that it was stunning. But this is a pink tinted base packed with iridescent turquoise to cyan shimmer. This is another color that's so incredibly beautiful. The formula is beautifully fluid, easy to work with, super shifty, and yeah, love this polish. I've decided that I guess it's the turquoise to cyan shimmer is like my favorite shimmer right now. It's like an upgrade on the blue shimmer we were seeing maybe last year and the year before. It's a little more complex and just so pretty, especially in a base like this. There is a ton of shimmer, so this one I felt was good in 2 coats, but you might need 3. But the shimmer is so strong it should obscure your nail line. Here we have Metamorph 2, but gray. This one is a grayish squishy crowley base with a golden to red to green ultra chrome flake throughout. I do love that this is squishy, and I do love the base for this one, and I love the flakes. They're really shifty, as you're gonna see. It's kind of like crushed up leaves in autumn. This has a great formula, super easy to work with, and yeah, just builds up beautifully. So you can build it up 3 coats, 4 coats, ideally probably 3. If you really don't want to build it up too much, you're going to miss out on the flakes. So these are meant to be built up in several coats, and you can clearly see that difference from the 2nd coat to the 3rd coat. If you have more of a free edge than me, you'll probably want to take it to 4, but it has a fantastic formula. Here we have a magnetic, and we're going to sort of kick off the magnetic section of the video. This one is adamantium, and it is a silver magnetic pigment with blue aurora shimmer and a charcoal tinted background. So for folks who don't care for magnetic polishes, I'm going to show my pinky in the 4-finger swatch unmagnetized, and I will be showing my index finger with the magnetic stripe, and then my middle finger is my sort of hacked up horseshoe magnet trick, which is it's less strong than a 30-pound horseshoe, and it gives a beautiful kind of velvet effect. So you can just see how stunning this polish is, regardless of what magnetic effect you use. It's beautiful, really. It has a perfectly opaque formula, which is what you want with a magnetic. You want it to cover really well in one coat. And then on that second coat, you're just kind of intensifying it. It's just a perfect formula. And this polish has a really beautiful glow to it. You can probably see that. It's the shimmer, it's everything. It just is such a beautiful polish. And it does have a tiny bit of a dull dry down, so use top coat to just make it look so stunning and perfect. Next up is power absorption, and power absorption is another magnetic, as you can probably already tell. It's a green to blue magnetic pigment with an iridescent micro flake. So again, we're seeing a nice opaque formula. It's just really, really well made. And for this one, I am laying down one layer, and I'm gonna unmagnetize my index this time, and then I'll magnetize my middle finger with the stripe so you can see how that plays out. I really do like the Phoenix Indie Polish magnetic formula. I feel like it's one of the best out there just because of the opacity, the different elements that you get. It's just always so beautiful. I love seeing what Kelly makes. She is really good at what she does, and I think this collection makes that very obvious. So you can see that this does dry down quite dull, so use a glossy top coat, and you're just going to see how incredible this looks. I did do a few different things on each of my nails, so I'll explain that briefly when you see all four of my fingers. So unmagnetized index, my middle finger has the stripe, my ring finger has the sort of hacked up, what I'm calling the hacked fake horseshoe magnet, and then my pinky had the magnet like held to one side of it, so you're getting mostly the tinted base. This polish is called Kinetic Energy Manipulation. It's another magnetic. It's got a pink to red to golden magnetic microflake with a blue aurora shimmer. All of these magnetics, again, have a fantastic formula, great opacity, and they work beautifully regardless of whether or not you magnetize them or use the velvet effect, the regular old bar magnet like I'm using here, wand magnet, whatever you call it. And yeah, just beautiful every single time. And for anyone wondering why it looks different from clip to clip, the magnetic pigment, unless you hold your magnet over top of the nail until the polish is 100% dry after every single coat, including top coat, you're never going to get that really tight bar because it's always going to dissipate a little bit. That's why magnetic initially was really meant for gel polish, because you could literally freeze it, flash freeze it when you put the UV light on it. But you can't do that with regular nail polish, so it is going to disperse a bit. It's still stunning in my opinion. It creates this gorgeous kind of 3D effect, and these polishes are just absolutely beautiful. Moving along, we have Superior Intellect. This one's a teal to blue to purple ultrachrome with an iridescent microflake that's very, very shifty. Again, you can see right off the bat the beautiful formulation of these polishes. None of them cause staining. None of them are difficult to remove. They're just perfectly made, as always, with Phoenix Indie polish. And yeah, I'm just smitten. So I'm doing the same thing I did with the last video, unmagnetize my index using the wand on my middle finger, doing the velvet effect on my ring, and then my pinky's got like the magnet held to one side of the nail. Now we're moving out of the magnetics for a moment, and we're going to look at chaos manipulation. This one's a deep burgundy base with golden to green microflakes. but I swear that this one has every color of the rainbow in it. It's just phenomenal. This is a beautiful formula, and it does, I think, look best when you build it up in 3 coats because it deepens the base color and just gives it this really rich polish vibe to it. Yeah, I'm not gonna embarrass myself by talking about wine or what I do or don't know about it if you watched my other video recently, but this is giving like wine opulence. It's beautiful. And this is a polish that looks phenomenal in direct light, but also in indirect light. I think it looks even better. So you can be the judge of that. Next up, we have Optical Blast. This one is another gorgeous little crelly. It's a squishy yellow jelly with blue, purple, red, gold ultra chrome flakes. So believe it or not, you also kind of get a rainbowy effect with these flakes, which hopefully you're going to see. But if you can't tell from my video clip, know that this is actually a really rainbowy polish, and I absolutely love it. The base color is like so cool. It's like yellowy, greeny. It does look very green in the bottle, but when you actually put it on your nail, it's more yellow because of the opacity in the bottle. Like there's so much of it, but when you put it on your nails, you're only getting 3 coats. So it doesn't look as green, but it's definitely stunning and just really rainbowy. Again, this one did not cause any staining. It does look best when you use a top coat because it makes it look really squishy and juicy, and then you can hopefully see a little bit more of the rainbowiness of the flakes. Now for something kind of different, we have Life, and this is an intense coral base with a burning red to golden aurora shimmer. This is really hot. This is like the Jonas Brothers burning up. Like when I saw that polish, that is instantly where my mind went. So if you pick this polish up, just think of the Jonas Brothers burning up and Big Rob. This one is best when you build it up in 3 coats. I think it gets the intensity where you want it. It does look good in 2, but 3, you really get that fieriness. And this is such a stunning polish. Like, talk about a pedicure color. This is like a power pedicure color. It would be so fun on any enamel surface, just not your teeth. Here's Techno Organic Body, which must be a line from something, but it just sounds really cool and bizarre as a nail polish name. This one's a ultramarine blue with red to gold to green shimmer. It's super pretty. It is a touch more purple than blue than my camera could show. It's really hard to capture these kinds of colors. This is pretty close, but it's just a little more purpley and cornflowery than blue. But again, it's still super close. But I am a perfectionist and I hate it. This does have perfect opacity in 2 coats, but it does dry down a bit dull. So glossy top coat is your best friend, and this is so pretty. Here we have another really beautiful kind of bluey shade. It's Teleport, and it's a blurple base with a violet, pink to red Aurora shimmer. This one has more of a cobalt blue base and really glowy, fiery shimmer once again. Absolutely stunning and fantastic. Like, such a good formula. I think most people will be good with this in 2, but you might need a 3rd coat. If you do, it won't be a problem. The formula is lovely. It'll build up beautifully in 3 coats. And the fiery shimmer in here is just extra special. Here we have Omega Magnetism, which is a really interesting polish. It's a purple tinted base with red, fuchsia, purple, gold, ultra chrome flakes. And this one's just really interesting and unique. I love tinted bases like this. I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but I definitely like it. It works for me because I have very short nails. I also don't have any staining, so these work well for me. I'm not saying that it won't work well. If you have long nails with staining, it's probably going to look sick. So you do you, but I personally love this on me. That's the only person I can speak to because that's the only person I've seen wearing it. Anyway, rambling, exhausted, PMSing just almost through this video. This one's going to be best in 3 coats, and you definitely will want a top coat because the flakes dry with some texture, but top coat will take care of it. Last but not least, we have Metamorph, which is a black to red golden ultrachrome pigment with green to blue microflakes. This is such a cool polish to end the video on. I think it's so interesting, so complex, and so shifty, as you will see. But yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I can't keep every nail polish collection that I receive, but this is one of those collections where I genuinely think I'm gonna keep every single one because they're phenomenal. It's such a beautiful collection, and I genuinely love every single polish. So that is saying a lot. This has a fantastic formula, builds up beautifully in 2 coats. I think most people will be happy with it in 2, but it does have a tiny bit of texture. It won't be difficult to remove, but definitely use a glossy top coat and then check out the shifts. This one is surprisingly shifty. I have 4 favorites, and first up I'm gonna say Life is one of my favorites because it is so glowy. This is like the kind of stuff that I love to wear in the summertime because it's so bright. It just makes me happy, and it glows out of direct light. It looks incredible in the sun, and the formula is so good. I also am really just fascinated by chaos manipulation. There's so many different color shifts in this one. It pretty much has everything in the rainbow. The formula is so good. I love the base color. It's beautiful. It looks so good out of direct lighting, which is important for me because I don't always get sunshine, so I want something that looks amazing in any kind of lighting. This next one is called Plasm Blasts, and it's just such a gorgeous, like, ethereal shade, which I'm a sucker for. I don't know. This one's just so well done, and the colors are perfect in my opinion for me. So I just really like it. And saving my favorite for last, it is Magnetism Manipulation. This one blew my mind between the glow, the flakes, the etherealness of it all, the color. I was just blown away by it. I knew in the bottle it was gonna be pretty, but it's even more magical on the nail. So if you can only pick up one thing from this collection, and if you're kind of into light ethereal polishes, then do yourself a favor and pick up Magnetism Manipulation. Hopefully I didn't film that with like a bean skin in my tooth because I just ate dinner. So that's it for me and this video and this collection. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're gonna pick it up. And yeah, I guess it's an X-Men collection probably. And I couldn't figure that out initially, but then I was like, duh, it's X-Men, I think. That's it for me. See you next time.